The internet is demanding a season 2 of Beyond the Bar. Here's the real story. The show just ended, and it left thousands of fans, including me, with one burning question. Will we get a second season? The finale left the main love story hanging in the balance, and the online demand has been absolutely explosive. In this video, we're breaking down the controversy, the evidence for a second season, and the major obstacles in the way. Let's break it down. All right, before we get into the finale that has everyone talking, let's quickly set the stage. Beyond the Bar is a 12-episode K-drama that pretty much became an instant global hit. At its heart, it's a legal drama about Kang Hyo-min, a super smart but kind of awkward rookie lawyer, played by Jung Chae-yeon. She starts her career working for Yoon Seok-hoon, a cold but brilliant partner lawyer, played by the one and only Jin-wook. The whole show is about her journey, watching her clash with her tough mentor while also learning everything from him. Their dynamic is the engine of the series, creating this incredible will-they-won't-they tension that goes way beyond the courtroom. The show also has a great supporting cast, like Lee Hak-joo and Jung Hae-bin, whose side romance was also a highlight. It's no wonder it blew up, landing in Netflix's top 10 for non-English shows for 5 weeks straight. The show was a massive success, which is why that ending felt like such a slap in the face. So that's the setup. Now, let's get into the mess that was the finale. So what was the big problem with the finale? At the end of the day, it's simple. The love story between Yoon Seok-hoon and Kang Hyo-min was completely cut short. After 12 episodes of build-up, intense moments, and slow-burn romance, the finale gave us nothing. No closure. It just ended on this super ambiguous note that left us all with more questions than answers. And I have to say, I was so invested in their story, so I personally felt the frustration when the finale ended like that. It felt incomplete. The fan reaction was immediate. Social media just exploded with people who felt let down. They made it clear they deserve much more than the vague ending we got. But here's the thing. The demands weren't just whispers. They were loud. We saw comments everywhere like, "Season 2, please." And my personal favorite, "I need Season 2 ASAP." This wasn't just a small group of fans. It was a huge part of the audience feeling like they'd been cheated out of a real ending. It felt like the writers just hit the pause button right before the best part. This huge wave of fan frustration is exactly why the conversation about a second season is so loud. So let's look at the case for it. The strongest argument for a second season is, without a doubt, the massive audience demand. In the TV world, numbers and money talk, and Beyond the Bar put up huge numbers. Holding a spot in the global Netflix top 10 for over a month is a big deal. It proves there's a dedicated international audience just waiting for more. At the end of the day, production companies are businesses, and ignoring a built-in audience that is literally begging to watch another season would be a strange move. But it's not just about giving the fans what they want. The story itself needs a second season. The writers left so many things unresolved. The most obvious, of course, is the relationship between Seok-hoon and Hyo-min. That ambiguous ending is the perfect setup for a new season that could finally show us what they're like as a real couple. And let's not forget the secondary couple, Lee Jin-woo and Hyo-min Jong. There's plenty more of their story to tell, too. A second season wouldn't be starting from scratch. The groundwork is already there. So that's the case for a second season. But now we have to look at the other side of the coin, and unfortunately, it's a pretty strong argument. Okay, we have to be realistic. Despite all the fan passion, there are some major roadblocks. The biggest red flag is right there on the Netflix page. Beyond the Bar is officially labeled as a limited series. That tag is usually a clear signal from the creators that the story was always meant to be told in just one season. It's a self-contained project. On top of that, It's been complete radio silence from the people in charge. We've heard nothing from the production companies or the network about a second season. No hints, no we're considering it, just nothing. In the K-drama world, that silence is usually not a good sign. But here's the thing. We also have to think about how K-dramas are usually made. It's still way more common for them to run for a single, perfect season and then end. Getting the same actors and writers, who are all incredibly busy, to come back for another round is a huge challenge. So, the industry standard, the limited series label, and the official silence all point towards no. So, with all that on the table, what's the final call? So, is a second season of Beyond the Bar actually going to happen? Honestly, I think a season 2 is unlikely given how K-drama production works. The limited series label, and the lack of any official news, are really strong evidence against it. My head tells me this is probably it, but my gut says something else. The fan demand is so huge it might actually force their hand. We've seen it happen before where overwhelming fan response has caused networks and streamers to rethink their plans. The show was a massive international hit on Netflix, and that's a powerful motivator. My final prediction is this. While it's a long shot, the only way it happens is if Netflix steps in with a big check and convinces the team to come back for a sequel. That's my take on the situation, but the fan voice is the most powerful thing here. What do you think? Is a season 2 for Beyond the Bar a definite possibility? Or are we just hoping? I want to know if you were as frustrated with that ending as I was. Share your theories in the comments below. I want to hear all of it. And if you want more deep dives into your favorite K-dramas, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.